White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes, burned lungs, sad taste. Lights gone, days end, struggling to pay rent, long nights, strange men. They say she's in class 18, stuck in her daydream. Been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries. And they scream the worst things in life come free to us, 'cause she's just under the upper hand and goes mad for a couple grams. But she don't wanna go outside tonight, 'cause in a pipe she'll fly to the motherland and sell love to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly, for angels to fly now. Ripped gloves, raincoat, tried to swim and stay afloat. Dry house, wet clothes, loose change, banknotes, and weary-eyed and dry throat. Cool girl with no phone. They say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream. Been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries. And they scream the worst things in life come free to us, 'cause she's just under the upper hand and goes mad for a couple grams. She don't wanna go outside tonight, 'cause in the pipe she'll fly to the motherland and sell love to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly. Now an angel died, covered in white, with closed eyes and hoping for a better life. This time now we'll fade out tonight, straight down the line, straight down the line. And they say she's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream. Been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries. And they scream the worst things in life come free to us, and we are all under the upper hand and go mad for a couple grams. And we don't wanna go outside tonight, 'cause in the pipe we'll fly to the motherland now. We'll sell love to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly, for angels to fly and fly, fly, for angels to fly, to fly, to fly, for angels to die. When your legs don't work like that, la, 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 la. So baby now, take me into your loving arms, yeah. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars, oh my darling. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, baby, we found love right where
think the end process for every album is always the toughest. Finding the last possible drop of songs to go into it. I usually would play it to sort of hundreds of people before the album came out, but there's probably 6 people were in the process of whittling down this album. I think this is the best record I've ever made, and I can't wait to play it in front of an audience.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? So thank you very much for coming to this Equals live experience for Amazon. I'm going to play some songs that hopefully you know, and I'll start off with this one. Took an arrow to the heart. I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and there's something more. Oh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Ooh. Fill up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Oh yeah, I want it all. You got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, oh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh, baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh, baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back to the car. On the back seat in the moonlit dark. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Oh, I can't get enough. You know you could tear me apart. Ooh. Put me back together and take my heart. I never thought that I could love this hard. Oh, I can't get enough. You got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, oh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, oh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you're closer, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. You say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh, baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks.
So thank you very much for coming. This was meant to be the week of the album release, but obviously I got COVID, so couldn't do it. So I'm very, very happy that we're able to do this, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Right, so basically in this show, at the beginning of the show, I've played 3 songs from old albums up there that are kind of pre-recorded, and then it kind of segues into this, which is all the songs from the new album. And a lot of these songs I haven't really played live before. I'm playing Two Step Later, which actually I rehearsed for the first time about an hour ago. So we'll see how that goes, and if I mess up, then we'll just do it again and edit it. So this album I basically made over the course of 4 years. And, it was a long process, but I really feel like the first song that was completed for the album was this next song, which I wrote in Nashville while I was making. It was kind of, I didn't really intend on making number 6 collaborations project. It kind of just happened by accident whilst making Equals, because I was just sort of making songs for Equals, and then every now and then making something that sounded like Beautiful People or Antisocial or whatever, and I was like, these don't really fit. It sort of turned into number 6. But so this is a song that I wrote around that time that I feel like has become a fan favorite on the album, and it's called First Time, so I hope you liked it.
I thought it'd feel different playing Wembley, 80,000 singing with me is what I've been chasing, 'cause this is the dream. When it was all over, I cleared out the room, grabbed a couple beers for just me and you. And then we start talking the way that we do. Ain't it funny how the simplest things in life can make a man? Little moments that pass us by. Oh, but I remember the first kiss, the first night, the first song that made you cry, the first drink, red wine on a step in Brooklyn. I still feel the first fight, but we both made it out alive. I can't wait to make a million more first times. The greatest thing that I have achieved is 4 little words down on one knee. You said, darling, are you joking? And I just said, please. Ain't it funny how the simplest things in life can make a man? Little moments that pass us by. Oh, but I remember the first kiss, the first night, the first song that made you cry, the first look in your eyes. When I said I love you, I can still feel the butterflies from when we stumbled home that night. I can't wait to make a million more first times. Ain't it funny how the simplest things in life can make a man? Little moments that pass us by. Oh, but I remember the first kiss, the first night, the First song that made you cry. First dance in moonlight in your parents' garden. I can't wait to see everything that's yet to be. Our first child and then a million more first times.
I always find I overly complicate things for myself while writing songs sometimes, because on First Times and Perfect, no choruses are the same. They're different words every single time. So when I was singing First Times there, I was going, don't. Just trying to get all the lyrics in the right place. Because you know when you're kind of playing in front of people that do know the songs and they're like, that's the wrong lyric there. This is great. I've missed gigs so much. I've missed being able to play for people so much. So thank you. So this album is kind of quote unquote a lockdown album because it was pretty much finished in lockdown. The main guy that I've worked with pretty much all my career is a guy called Johnny McDade, who, you know, I've done songs like Shape of You or Photograph or Nina, like half this record basically, Bad Habits. And when lockdown hit, we didn't really know what was going on, so we were sort of keeping in touch. And then he was like, why don't I move next door to you and like quarantine for a while, and then once I've quarantined, I can just move in and then we can just create music. And I was like, cool, sounds like a good idea. So, you know, he moved in and then we'd sort of wave at each other and whatnot. And then when his quarantine had finished, we started creating music. And this next song was pretty much the first song we wrote that week. This was like May 2020, so May last year. It started off originally like a power ballad, and it was a bit more slow, and it's sped up now, and I kind of like both. But I'm going to play it sort of like halfway between both.
This is a dark parade, another rough patch to rain on, I know your friends may say this is a cause for celebration. Hip hip hooray, love. Photographs in sepia tone, so still the fire's barely fighting the cold. Times when I can feel your ghost, just when I'm almost letting you go. But the cards were stacked against us both. I will always love you for what it's worth. We'll never fade like graffiti on the overpass. Yeah. I know time may change the way you think of us, but I remember the way we were. You were the first full stop, love that will never leave. Baby, you will never be lost on me. Yeah. Woo, woo. This is a goddamn shame. I never wanted to break it or leave us tainted. No, I should walk away, but I just can't replace us or even erase us. The car was stuck, the engine stalled. Both of us got caught out in the snow. Alone. There were times when I'd forget the lows, think the highs were all that we'd ever known. The cards were stacked against us both. I will always love you for what it's worth. We'll never fade like graffiti on the overpass. I know time may change the way you think of us, but I remember the way we were. You were the first full stop, love that will never leave. what it's worth. We'll never fade like graffiti on the overpass. I know time may change the way you think of us, and I remember the way we were. You were the first full stop, love that will never leave. Baby, you'll never be lost on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lost on me. Ooh. Graffiti on the overpass.
Thank you. So, I'm going to invite a guy called Ashton Miranda on stage, who's a very good friend of mine and piano player. Me and Ashton have been playing together for 7 years now, and I sometimes, when I play certain songs, feel very alone on stage because we play them together so much. So it's so nice to have him here for this. Thank you for coming. I'm going to throw Ashton. I'm going to throw a curveball in after this. Ashton loves to rehearse, and we're going to play a song that we haven't rehearsed. After this one, though. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm going to leave you guessing which one it is, though. So this next song we're going to play is Leave Your Life, by the way. Okay. This next song I'm going to play, I feel like the story around it, you know, is personal to me, but I feel like now the song has come out, I feel like the song belongs to so many people and it's so many other people's stories that instead of telling you the story around the song, I want to explain what the song means to me now it's out. And, you know, I wrote this song I'd never really experienced grief before, you know. I'd had my grandparents die, and I feel like your grandparents, you know, when you're at school, everyone's grandparents die, and it's just a normal thing that people get old and they pass away. And although it's very, very sad, that is just part of life. But I had a friend pass away last year, and it was the first time I'd ever had anyone close to me just like that gone. And, you know, I had conversations with him every other day, and then those conversations just stopped. So the song, I wrote it trying to process it, which I feel it helped. I feel it definitely helped. And I feel like the grief is such a solitary thing that I was very much sort of like, I don't want to speak to anyone. I'm going to write. And then I don't want to talk to anyone about it, because if I talk to anyone about it, I'll just cry. And then when the song came out, suddenly like the solitary nature of grief became very public, and it felt very bare, and I felt weird about it. Before the song came out, I rung up his family and made sure that they were okay with it, and we went through the artwork and the mixes and all of that stuff. And then when the song came out, I suddenly realized that there was a whole world of people feeling exactly the same way, and the song allowed itself to be this thing that basically gave a voice to solitary grief. And I've met so many people since the song have come out, and they're, you know, people who I met a boy the other day whose mother had passed away, and he was like, this is the way that I communicate it with my father, as I send him the song, and he knows exactly what I mean without me having to say anything, and I can send that song. And I found that going on the YouTube comments for this song made it all make sense, because when you write a song like this, it's very personal. You go, ooh, I don't want anyone to hear this. And then when it comes out, you realize that music is a universal language, and it helps people communicate. I find it sometimes I send songs to my wife and be like, oh, this made me think of you, or this is our song, or this is that. And I find that out of a really sad situation, something positive has happened with this song, and I'm really, really grateful that people have connected to it in the way that they have. But this is Visiting Hours.
I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just show up and bring the news that she's getting old. And I wish that you'd met her, the things that she'll learn from me, I got them all from you. And I'll just stay a while, and we'll put all the world to rights. The little ones will grow, and I'll still drink your favorite wine. Soon they're going to close, but I'll see you much has changed since you've been away. Well, I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just swing by and ask your advice. What would you do in my situation? I haven't a clue how I'd even raise them. What would you do? 'Cause you'd always do what's right. Could we just talk a while until my worries disappear? I tell you that I'm scared of turning out a failure. You'd say, remember that the answer's in the love that we create. So much has changed since you've been away. Well, I wish that heaven had visiting hours, and I would ask them if I could take you home. But I know what they'd say, that it's for the best. So I will live life the way you taught me and make it on my own. I will close the door and I will open up my heart. And everyone I love will know exactly who you are. 'Cause this is not goodbye, it is just till we meet again. So much has changed since you've been away.
Thank you. So as I said, I was going to throw a curveball Ashton's way. We have actually played this song before, but just once. And this song was actually meant to be in the set list today. And the reason I feel weird about not putting this one in the set is because it kind of goes hand in hand with visiting hours. The story behind the song is I got sent. We were finishing the album, and someone came up with this bright idea of like, hey, because you made most of your last record in Sweden, we should send you to Sweden to finish the album. And I was like, cool. And they were like, but this is the idea. You fly to Sweden without your baby, and you land, and then you write about how miserable you are. I was like, oh, that's a bit cruel. You know. I basically said in my head, I was like, do you know what? I can write a song about missing my child without actually leaving the same room as them, and I'll show you, basically. So I had this idea that I was going to do this song anyway. And then my friend Michael passed away, and I flew to Australia with my child. And we were in quarantine for 2 weeks. And basically, I just had this melody running around my head every time I took a shower. Melodies come in showers, by the way, because showers sound great to sing in. So I'm there going... So I had this melody for Leave Your Life, but I didn't really know what I was going to write about. Like, do I write about just leaving my child and flying somewhere? It felt a bit like not genuine. And then Michael's funeral happened, and I was in quarantine for the funeral, and we watched it over Zoom. And I spoke to a member of his family afterwards, who said that basically, after every conversation, he would end it with "I love you," and no matter what, no matter what, every single conversation ended with "I love you." So the last thing he said to everyone that he knew was "I love you," and I thought that was such an amazing thing to kind of take into life. And so I started doing it with people in my family, but I can't do it with my daughter because she's 15 months now. She was 6 months then, and I felt like, even though if I went tomorrow and was not here on this planet, even though she would know that I did love her because people would tell her, she would never actually know it from the horse's mouth, if that makes sense. So I wrote this song basically as that, if anything happened, and it's called Leave Your Life.
If I forget to say goodbye before I catch the plane, would you know the way that I feel when I'm away? We'll see the same sky tonight, but the stars are out of place. You'll never know the weight of my heart. Every time I leave you, babe, it's hard to break the landing, but I'll see you again. Well, I'm never gonna leave your life, even at the times I'm miles away. You are always on my mind. Forever and now we'll be by your side. Well, I know it can change from day to day, but this love will keep alive. I'm never gonna leave your life. I'm never gonna leave your life. Well, I could never tell you lie, or put in words your finest traits, the darkest green and hazel lights, yet I can't describe the shape. You are all this heart of mine. There you will remain. You'll never know the weight of my decisions when I leave your smiling face. It's hard to understand it, but I'll see you again. Oh, well, I'm never gonna leave your life, even at the times I'm miles away. You are always on my mind. Forever and now we'll be by your side. Well, I know it can change from day to day, but this love will keep alive. I'm never gonna leave your life. I'm never gonna leave your life. It's hard to break the landing, but I'll see you again. I'm never gonna leave your life, even at the times I'm miles away. You are always on my mind. Forever and now we'll be by your side. Well, I know it can change from day to day, but this love will keep alive. I'm never gonna leave your life. I'm never gonna leave your life. If I forget to say goodbye before I catch the plane, would you know the way that I feel when I'm away?
Round of applause for Ashton, everyone. I was just telling them to give you a round of applause because, you know, we appreciate it. So those songs kind of go hand in hand. Weirdly, this next song goes hand in hand with Bad Habits, and they could not be further apart. They were written on the same day, and this one kind of came as a sort of knee-jerk reaction to Bad. You know, you make a song like Bad Habits, and it's this, and you go, right, let's try something quiet and slow. And this song was written in such a short period of time that for a long time I thought it was because it was written in such a short period of time, and I kept listening to it being like, no, that's not any good. And then my brother did a string arrangement for it that basically brought it out of its shell, and it's turned it into this big cinematic orchestral thing that I love. And yeah, I hope it lives on forever, and we're going to play it now. It's called Joker and the Queen. 1, 2, 3.
How was I to know? It's a crazy thing. I showed you my hand, and you still let me win. Who was I to say that this was meant to be? The road that was broken brought us together, and I know You could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that could give you a diamond ring. When I fold, you see the best in me, the Joker and the Queen. I was upside down from the outside in. You came to the table and you went all in with a single word and a gentle touch. You turned a moment into forever, and I know you could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that could give you a diamond ring. When I fold, you see the best in me, the Joker and the Queen. Fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that could give you a diamond ring. When I folded, you saw the best in me, the Joker and the Queen, the Joker and the Queen.
Everyone give it up for Ashton. Right, now we're entering into the interesting part of the gig, because this is a song that I wasn't intending on playing today because I hadn't rehearsed it once, ever. And it's a loop pedal song, and it's quite intricate, and if it's not on time, it will sound But I rehearsed it for a little bit, and the beauty of this is if it doesn't sound good, it just won't make the show. So you're part of this tonight. This is the first time I've ever played it. And I hope it goes well. This is a song, this was the final song that I finished for the record, and this came, you know, in a stage when the album's being finished. This is how Shape of You came about, is basically like the album's done, and then everyone goes, right, it's done. And then there's just this little prodding finger from everywhere. My manager, Stuart, is the most genius person in the world, because he knows that there's something good in when you feel like a record's finished and you just go in and create whatever you want. And that's where Don't and Sing came, and it's where Shape of You and... what came then? Shape of You and Eraser came, and it's where Bad Habits and Two Step came. And this song basically came at my last... I was on my last legs with writing for this album, and I was like, it's totally done. I'd actually gone to Los Angeles to promote the album. I was doing all the voice stuff and stuff like that, and I went in for a sort of like side session of this guy who I'd been friends with for a very long time, and we hadn't really worked together because we'd been friends, and I just was like, let's just go in and see what we create. This song came out. It's still my favourite song on the album, and I hope I don't butcher it today because of that. I've just shot a music video for it in Kiev, which is cool. And we did it in Kiev because we could shut down an entire part of the city, and we had like 250 dancers, and it looks pretty stunning. But it was -3. All right, here we go. If I mess this up, I'm going to have to do it a few more times, but I'll probably get it first time. Here we go.
understanding, it wasn't that deep. You could see in my eyes that it was taking over. I guess I was just blind and caught up in the moment. You know you take all of my stress right down. Help me get it off my chest and out into the ether with the rest of this mess that just keeps us depressed. We forget that we're here right now, cause we're living life at a different pace, stuck in a constant race. Keep the pressure on, you're bound to break. Something's got to change. We should just be cancelling all our plans and not give a damn. Missing out on what the people think is right, seeing through a picture behind a screen and forget to be. Lose the conversation for the message that you'll never read. I think maybe you and me, we should head out to the place where the music plays, and then we'll go all night, two-stepping with a woman I love. All my troubles turn to nothing when I'm in your eyes. Electrified, we'll keep turning up and go all night. We had dips and falls in our time, but we know what it feels to be low then up, alone then love. All we need is us to go all night, night. Two-stepping with a woman I love. Night, yeah. All we need is us. What do you reckon, is it just me? Words are weapons and occasionally they cut deep. Crisis of confidence, it tends to come and I feel the dark and I open my heart. If you don't see it, you should trust me. I feel like I got nothing left right now, except this beauty in her dress right now. She got me feeling like the best and the rest are just less than she needs. So we press play and step to the beat, cause we're living life at a different pace, stuck in a constant race. Keep the pressure on, you're bound to break. Something's got to change. We should just be cancelling all our plans and not give a damn, to the place where it plays, and we'll go all night, two-stepping with a woman I love. All my troubles turn to nothing when I'm in your eyes. Electrified, we'll keep turning up and go all night. And we had dips and falls in our time, but we know what it feels to be low then up, alone then love. All we need is us to go all night, night. Two-stepping with a woman I love. Night, yeah. All we need is us to go all night, night. Two-stepping with a woman I love. Night, yeah. All we need is us to go all night.
Thank you. Thanks. As a first time, I don't think it went too badly. There is room for improvement. There's room for improvement. Right, now something else that I've never played before. I wrote a Christmas song, which my manager always said that he'd quit if ever I did a Christmas song. This basically came about. So Elton John is someone that has been an integral part of my career from the very, very beginning. When I first signed to my now manager, he was on Rocket Management. And so Elton was essentially a mentor, and he used to call me maybe like once every few months, just being like, how's it going? And what can we improve on? You're not getting played on US radio. Okay, let me sort that out. I'll do a few phone calls. You've been nominated for a Grammy, but you can't play the Grammys. Okay, why don't I play it with you? You know, he'd basically just be this mentor that would just always help me out. And then as my career progressed and I had more and more success, I sort of started hanging out with him more and more and more, and he became from a mentor to a friend. And then he just started ringing me a lot. You know, I have he has an iPad, I have an iPad. We're both not phone people, which is quite good. I feel like he might be the only person on my iPad that I call, and I might be the only person on his iPad because we literally speak every single day. But this happened right after I became a father. He just started ringing me all the time, just to check how I was doing. He loved seeing my little daughter on FaceTime. I'd chat to his kids. He loves football. I love football. His kids like Pokemon. I like Pokemon. There's a lot of stuff that goes in there. And he rang me on Christmas Day last year to say, Merry Christmas, hope you're having a good day. We should do a Christmas song. And so two things went through my head at that point. One is, God, I've got to do a song with Elton John. That's going to be cool. And then the second thing was like, Stuart's going to say no. So I kind of like tempered it a little bit and was just like, I don't know if I want to do a Christmas song, but if we do one, maybe 2022, maybe 2023, like, something like that. And then the thing in March happened where my friend passed away, and instantly from that point I was just like, why why am I waiting to do anything? I should, life is about doing everything now. It's about grabbing life by the balls and just having fun with things and not worrying about whether it's cool or not to do a Christmas song. Because I think doing a song with Elton John in general is pretty cool. So, and he was sort of ringing me throughout that whole process. And so I was like, when I get back, I'll come up to Windsor, we'll eat some food and we'll write some Christmas songs. And so I went up to Windsor and we finished 3 songs, one of which, well, we were going to release all 3 this Christmas, but we thought, let's stagger it a bit. So there's one coming out next Christmas called Pull My Christmas Cracker, You'll Get More Than a Bang. And it's innuendo heavy. But we finished this song. This is a song that basically, after he rung me on Christmas Day, I was like, well, I don't know what a Christmas song of mine sounds like, but let me think if I can think of a chorus, because, it is Christmas, so now is the time to feel Christmassy. So I came up with a, just kiss me under the mistletoe, open the wine, and I put it on a voice note, and it says, Merry Xmas, you I sent it to Elton. And so we just had this thing, and then we finished it, and you're not going to put that in Amazon, no, are you? So basically, I wrote the chorus Christmas Day after Elton rung me, and then we finished it in Windsor, and then we shot a music video recently which parodies all the great British music videos such as E17, Shaking Stevens, Wizard. I want to get to playing this song, and Ashton is back, the man. So this is called Merry Christmas, and I hope you like it. By the way, and this is 100% true, because I've said this to loads of people, and they'll be like, no, that's not true. There's no other song called Merry Christmas. There's none. It's Happy Xmas, Merry Xmas. I'm telling you, look it up. It feels like a glitch in the Matrix. So anyway, Merry Christmas. Right, here we go.
Build a fire and gather round the tree. Fill a glass and maybe come and sing with me. So kiss me under the mistletoe, pour out the wine, let's toast and pray for December snow. Yeah, there's been pain this year, but it's time to let it go. Next year you never know. But for now, Merry Christmas. We'll dance in the kitchen while embers glow. We've both known love, but this love we've got is the best of all. I wish you could see it through my eyes, then you would know. My God, you look beautiful right now. Merry Christmas, and the fire is raging on, and we'll all sing along to the song. Just having so much fun while we're here. Can we all spare a thought for the ones who have gone? Merry Christmas, everyone. So just keep kissing me under the mistletoe, pour out the wine, let's toast and pray for December snow. Yeah, there's been pain this year, but it's time to let it go. Next year you never know. But for now, Merry Christmas. We'll dance in the kitchen while embers glow. We've both known love, but this love we've got is the best of all. I wish you could see it through my eyes, then you would know. My God, you look beautiful right now. Merry Christmas, and I